A story? Well, Grandpa knows lots of stories. So, what it'll be tonight? Adventure on the high seas? Maybe a spooky ghost story? Not in the mood? Oh, fine, fine. Something more traditional then. But perhaps with a twist. A tale of a magic dream world, full of wondrous creatures, astounding magic, and devious villains. A tale of a hero unlike any seen before. Yes, indeed. Greg was a hero's hero, through and through. Sure, he had his shortcomings. For a man approaching 40 years of age, Greg wasn't a particularly driven individual. He tended to have trouble with things such as holding a job, paying bills, and personal hygiene. You see, Greg had long abandoned the burden of ambition, quite content to let life breeze on by. Resolved, you might say, to never have an impact on anything whatsoever. The moon often wanes. Stars occasionally fall from the sky. And sometimes even time must give way to fate.
Huh? What was... Must have dozed off. Well, no use fighting it. It's about bedtime. Hungry, though. Better see what's edible around here. Doubles as my bed. It's about as comfortable as it looks. I still haven't found the receiver. It's been weeks. Never order a jalapeno, wasabi, and ghost pepper pizza. My toilet used to have enamel. I haven't moved it in months. No reason to now. It still looks appetizing. Probably too hard to chew, though. That was Tuesday's hot check. Probably today's bounce check. I'll just take a few slices. I'll get around to doing them this month. Sticky, but no doubt delicious. The sound of flavor. Okay, not as delicious as expected. Quite filling, though. Well, time for bed, I suppose. Nighty-night time.
A good evening to you. I, Sir Squiggles, come to you on behalf of Princess Exaltia, High Ruler of all Dreamania, and Master of the Celestial Palace. Oof!
Is that... Man, I gotta start locking that window at night. Anything could have gotten in here, like, otters. Otters wearing silly hats.
Oh!
Ah!
No, wait! Stay your hand, sir! I beg you! I'm so terribly sorry. Such an intrusion is unforgivable, I know. I would not have dared to trespass were the situation less dire, my quest less urgent.
A quest? That's okay, I guess. Wait, what? Who are you exactly?
As I said before, your most justified battery, I am Sir Squiggles, Knight of Princess Exaltia's High Court.
Of course you are. Right. Well, no reason to be impolite, even to hallucinations. I'm Greg.
It is a privilege and honor to meet you, Gregory of the Waking Realm.
You said something about a quest. Something urgent?
Oh, yes. I have come to you because Dreamania is in dire need of a champion. A great peril rises, and only you, Gregory, can defeat it. Will you follow me through the twilight portal to a realm beyond your own to save fair Dreamania from a most certain doom?
No.
You refuse?
Yeah, I'm, busy. Sorry, sir.
Squiggles. Sir Squiggles.
Right. Sorry, Squiggles. But I am obviously dreaming, or possibly suffering from a psychotic break. Either way, I think I'll be staying here, not running off to fairy lands with talking otters. So, if you don't mind, I'll be drifting off again, and you're free to slip back into my subconscious at any time.
But this is impossible. Inconceivable. The champion always accepts. You must accept.
Whoa, calm down. Just breathe. You okay?
I'm fine. 1,000 pardons. Excuse me. Such an unwanted outburst. Heavens.
Look, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Really, I am. But don't worry. I'm sure this, certain doom thing will work itself out. Totally. And without me being there.
Yes, of course. I will tell the princess that I have failed. That we are on our own.
Great. Okay. Just what kind of place is this Dreamania or whatever anyway? Is it far?
Dreamania? It is a land far above your world, hidden amongst the stars, full of marvelous creatures, impossible magics, and above all, Gregory, adventure. By the glimmer in your eyes, Gregory, I can surmise that you're eager for a journey to lands untold. And the time will soon be nigh, and in your heart you can't deny. So come forth with me, Gregory, if you'd ever be so bold. Come to Dreamania, cast off toward its moonlit shores. Reach the shining beach, tread past its sparkling sands, for beyond you will find wonders you might never comprehend. Come to Dreamania, nestled deep in a sea of stars. For your heart it will ensnare this land beyond compare. Dreamania, Dreamania, the fair.
What the hell is going on? Why's my heart now filled with song? Sweetly singing, my mind beset by rhyme. What's this magic that I feel, so entrancing and surreal? Well, I may be just dreaming, though I'm reeling ever still. Will this be a journey in a dreamland or my mind? And just what strange dimension or dementia will I find? And though I try, I can't deny the longing in my heart. If I come to Dreamania, will my adventure truly start? If I come to Dreamania, what whimsy, what wonders await?
I've no doubt that you'll beam in a realm of twilight's gleam,
and ne'er would I despair in that place of night so fair.
For the hardest heart would swoon in a land of star and moon. In Dreammania, Dreammania. Behold, the Twilight Portal opens! Follow me, my champion, and mind your step.
But I never exactly said... Oh, fine.
We're here! We're here! Oh, lovely Dreamania, though I be gone for mere minutes, how I have missed thee. First things first, my champion. We get you to the palace, where you'll meet with the princess and the royal court. I imagine there will be quite the celebration. A feast of grand proportions, and...
That's a pretty big hole.
That wasn't here before. But no matter, we'll simply find another road. Granted, supper will be cold, but all things considered.
Uh-huh. So, how do we get there?
There must be some other way to reach the palace, though probably none so direct. We're sure to find some way, though. Let's be off.
Unfathomable Doom Lane? Wait, we aren't going this way, are we?
What? Oh, Gregory, that's just a name, nothing more. I'm sure you'll find a brisk jog down this old road quite pleasant. Quite pleasant indeed.
Famous last words. APCF, All-Purpose Crevice Fill. A horse with a pail. A citizen of Dreamania or whatever, I guess. Aw, pretty horsey. Nice horsey.
would you kindly stop prodding at me?
Oops, sorry. Oh, I should have known.
Who might you two be?
I am Sir Squiggles, Knight of Dreamania, and this is Gregory.
Well met. I'm Sebastian, Director of the Dreamanian Office of Tectonic Management.
Office of Tectonic Management?
I suppose it isn't surprising that you have not heard of us. We were only recently formed. We, or rather I, am entrusted to make a study of recent tectonic activity and respond to my findings appropriately.
So you look for big holes in the ground and then fill them with dirt?
If you must simplify things to fit your limited capacity for comprehension, so be it. So yes, exactly. I fill holes with dirt.
Why are you pouring dirt down there?
For many reasons. The first and most obvious is that it's a large hole in the ground of indeterminate depth. We certainly wouldn't want anyone falling in, now would we?
No?
No. Also, this crevice cuts off an important route to the palace. And lastly, I was asked to do so by my employer, who has his own concerns.
Who's this employer of yours?
I cannot divulge such information to just anyone, but I will say that it is a person of considerable influence. One who I cannot disappoint.
Isn't this all a bit tedious?
What's tedious?
That shovel's pretty dinky. How do you ever expect to fill a crevice with that?
Sir, I have done the calculations and have chosen the right tool for the job. I'll have you know that I'm slightly ahead of schedule.
About how long is this schedule?
Approximately 11,572 hours.
By the way, Gregory here is our new champion. We're on our way to the palace.
A champion? Truly? How special?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, you are a bit old for the part. Were you a champion, you would be a child, not older.
I would?
Yes, well, there are extenuating circumstances.
There, you see? Extenuating.
Indeed. But then there's the fact that a champion hasn't been in Dreammania for a score of years.
You don't think it's possible at all?
Possible, yes, but quite improbable. But no matter. It's no concern of me who you are, or whatever you think you're doing here for that matter.
Gotta run.
Greetings, illustrious one.
Leonard?
I trust I need not tell you the news. You have no doubt read the stars.
Yes, the Twilight Portal has been opened.
How can this be? It could not be opened without a magic doorknob, and they were destroyed long ago.
Were they? Perhaps there was a miscount.
All were accounted for. We were certain, illustrious one. Oh, what can this mean? Is there a new evil upon us?
Perhaps. But it is nothing you need concern yourself with. I assure you, brother. The situation is under control. All will be made clear in time.
Of course, I trust in your wisdom, as always.
And Leonard, do not speak with your colleagues about this matter. This is a delicate situation, one that concerns only Her Highness and myself. Are we clear?
Yes, illustrious one.
Good. Then return to your studies.
Wow, it's sturdier than it looks. I might need some help for this one. It also might help if the base were a bit weaker. Ha! No. I'm sure it's more afraid of me than I am of it. Well, hey, things are looking up.
See, Gregory? We'll be at the palace in no time. Perhaps the ferry is close to departing.
Better get down there then. Okay, looks like we're on the right track. So, where's the boat?
I'm sure it will be along shortly, but perhaps we should inquire as to its whereabouts inside.
Dear Jingles has gone astray. My only friend is lost. As the absence of stars seems to confirm and only affirm my doom. Thank you. Again, that was Dreary Lament in A minor, my latest work.
Oh, thank the moon, it's over. I've never been so bored in my life.
Or depressed.
I, of course, welcome feedback from my fans. That is how true artists grow. Or so they say.
Yeah, here's some feedback. Consider a different career.
Post haste forthwith.
No.
I'm sorry to say that this concludes my performance for the evening. I'd like to thank my wonderful audience.
Boo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Well then. Welcome to the tavern, strangers. Let me know if you've been needing a drink or what have you.
Ahoy!
Yeah.
Wow, are you guys pirates?
I suppose you could call us that.
If you must force upon us some trite label.
A label that carries with it terrible negative connotations.
And reduces us to mere stereotypes.
Yeah, then I suppose you could call us that. Look, Squiggles, pirates!
Is that your boat outside? That's a nice boat.
Yes, it is nice. And it's a ship, not a boat.
Boat? Really?
So it's yours. Yes, it is, and please don't touch. Hey, anyone know what happened to the ferry? It's sunk.
But how?
Ineptitude.
Ineptitude?
The captain of the ferry wasn't the brightest jewel in the chest, so to speak.
He attempted to sail out after the seas turned violent. Didn't last long.
Or get that far, for that matter, as evidenced by the flotsam floating just outside.
Could you guys give us a ride? We really need to get to the palace. No.
No.
We wouldn't dare impose, noble sailors, if the matter were not urgent. This is Gregory, Dreammania's new champion. He is expected at the palace.
A champion. Right.
Forgive us if we don't believe you.
In any case, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, why not?
The seas have been quite dangerous lately. It's not worth the risk.
Not that we're afraid, mind you.
But most importantly, we don't really feel like it.
In the least.
Sailing has lost its luster as of late. Not to mention...
There is a distinct lack of fresh brew on the high seas. Withdrawal would hit us within an hour of weighing anchor.
Isn't there anything that would encourage you to take to the seas again?
Seriously, guys, just get on the boat.
Sure, and brave tumultuous storms, ship-hungry sea monsters.
Not to mention the spontaneous, ship-crushing vortexes.
All that's out there?
Oh, it's out there. Believe it.
Not that we're afraid, mind you.
So why risk the ship for the love of adventure on the high seas?
Yeah, why not?
Nah, not feeling it.
Sorry.
Why can't you guys just take some coffee with you?
Coffee is best served at a rolling boil.
At the very least, scalding.
Dreamanian sea breezes can knock it down to lukewarm in minutes.
So, you see our dilemma. Unless a practical solution presents itself, we won't be leaving anytime soon.
About that music.
Music? You mean that abhorrent squawking we had to sit through?
That, sir, was not music, it was punishment.
A passé trite nightmare, unsuitable for the learned ear.
We rather disliked it.
Well, I admired the young man's spirit. Perhaps he could use a bit more practice, but
Practice. Practice has nothing to do with it.
He's lost his touch.
His music was so inspired before. Transcendent, even.
Then, one night, he comes in all mopey.
Such a drag.
And starts playing this depressed drivel.
Ugh, the worst.
Okay, fine. You didn't like the music. Did you really have to be such jerks about it?
Someone has to uphold standards for art. We've taken it upon ourselves to fill this role.
Even though no one asked us to.
Anyway, it's best for everyone if Lamar retired.
We're merely providing the encouragement.
Change your mind about giving us a ride yet?
Actually,
No.
Gotta go.
Feel free to come back, never. Yeah?
That was quite the performance. I've never heard anything so, well,
Depressing? Uninspired? Horrific?
it was pretty harsh. Yeah.
You know, Lamar used to be the most celebrated minstrel in the realm, but now, well, let's just say the boy's lost his touch. I don't know why I keep letting him perform here. Drives away most of my business. But I suppose I feel sorry for the lad.
Just, how does someone get that terrible?
Cursed, most likely.
Oh, that's rough.
that seems a bit far-fetched. Perhaps the young man is simply going through a little bit of a rough patch.
Rough patch? Listen, you don't just become a talentless, blubbering mess of a man overnight unless your stars have been crossed. A shame, really. That accordion of his really used to get the crowds going. Back when he used to play with that flute player of his.
Flautist.
A what?
Never mind. Thanks for the info. Those are some unique patrons you've got there.
Oh, them. Yet another tragedy. You wouldn't guess by the sight of them, but those three used to be the most fearsome sailors in all Dreamania.
Really? I find that doubtful.
Whatever happened to them?
Came in a while ago, after the seas became unsafe. Sat down right there and started drinking my coffee. And eventually, they changed.
What do you mean?
They grew scornful, cynical, started talking about the most peculiar things, and dressing all weird. You can go ahead and talk to them if you want, but I wouldn't recommend a prolonged conversation.
Thanks for the warning.
The ferry. Do you know what's become of it?
Couldn't tell you exactly, but I fear the worst. The seas have turned quite violent as of late.
I don't know. It looks fine outside. Even pleasant.
Nay, it looks tranquil enough, but don't let it fool you. Set off, and a squall will hit you faster than you can spit. Only the most skillful sailors would have a chance on these waters. Even then.
Can I get a drink?
What do you have?
Coffee?
That'll be 16 dream dollars.
16?
Is that a lot? That sounds like a lot.
Supply and demand, friends. Can't very well get more product shipped in, the seas as they are.
Let's pass. Can I get a drink?
What do you have?
How about an ale?
An ale? and I suppose you ever wanted that in a sippy cup? Hold on. Let me see if I got any bibs in the back. Oh, my sides. Ahoy.
I don't think he has any, Gregory.
We serve espresso here, you lubber. The blackest, brackishest, bitterest brew this side of the sea. As a man's drink, and like your sissy ales.
We should be going.
Uh-huh.